Hi there, this is Katherine. I'm sharing a couple of items I picked up from my local Michael's. That's the Recollections brand. These are envelope templates and then envelope liner templates. So I got a package that helps you draw the envelope and then also the liners that coordinate with them. They're two separate items you can purchase. And these caught my attention immediately because I love to make my own envelopes. I have a couple of envelope dies. I think I have one for A2. But this had some different sizes that I don't have. So I wanted to try them out. So I'm just showing you, it's got all the measurements on the back as to what size envelope it makes. But then also on the front of it, you can see they've got clearly marked which one it is. So the 4 bar, the A2, they've got a 5 3/4 square, A7, another one that's 6.5 inches square, and then an A9. So I'm going to make a couple of envelopes today, but I just wanted to show you what they look like. They're really kind of neat, and they're thick plastic, and they have these little on the edges, I guess where you would draw your score line. They've got these little pieces you just need to pull out. That's the only thing you have to do in preparation to use these. They're really ready to go. So I'm going to make a couple of envelopes. Off camera, I used some paper, some pattern paper, and I have traced it, and then I'm going back and I forgot to do something. So I was just showing you what I was doing. But I traced this on the 12 by 12 paper, and then I'm just going to run my scissors around and nip out those edges. You'll see that you've got the score lines to score the inside to fold your envelope, and it's really quite easy. And I used pencil on this. This is the very first one I've ever made, and it was quite easy to do. So I'm just going to cut those out. And I chose to use pattern paper because I have a lot of it, and I've been building my stash up, but particularly of 12 by 12. And so I wanted to use it. So it's a little bit thinner than cardstock, but I think cardstock would work just as well. It's just a heavier paper, and I think pattern paper is really, really great. And I like that I could customize it to any color that I want. So I'm making my score lines here that I have marked with the template, and I am going to erase just a little bit on there. If you take your time and trim it well, you won't have a pencil marks everywhere on the outside like I do. So I'm just going to erase just a little bit of it. The top one is the one that you'd worry most about because you'll be able to see it. The other flaps you won't see quite as much. So I'm going to use some liquid adhesive on this. You probably could use some tape. I just have found that liquid glue works really well for this application in making envelopes or things, sticking paper together like that. But you certainly could use a very strong, red line sticky tape. So that's the outside of our envelope. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do my liner and just going to trace this around. It's quite easy to do. It doesn't take very long at all. And I did use a 12 by 12 paper. You could use a smaller piece of paper for this, I believe, because of the height of it. So I'm going to run my scissors around, and I traced it on the back of the paper so I won't have to worry about pencil marks on this liner in particular. And then I'm just going to turn my paper, and now I'm ready to insert it into my card. So just like that, it really only took a couple of minutes to do this, to trace it and then to draw it and trim it. So I'm going to put some more glue on there, and I've got a beautiful insert into my envelope, custom made. So quick and easy. I'm going to do the large one as well. I wanted to show you this great big one. This, I think it's A9, and it barely fits my 12 by 12 paper, but it does fit. And so I thought that was kind of fun. I'm not sure what large card you would make, but I do love that I had the versatility to make a big one if I want to. That I found very exciting, and to be able to make these envelopes very, very quickly is a great, great thing. So I'm just peeling out those little kind of pieces that were inside that will be my guide. I forgot to do that, so I just pulled those out, and now I'm going to trim up my paper, which I did off camera, and then I'm going to score it as well. And again, I'm using the same paper pad, and then I'm going to do the liner as well. Repeat the same process of putting some glue on that edge. I'm doing it on the inside of it instead of the outside flap because I only want glue to go in certain spots. I don't want to glue my envelope closed. So that's why I did it on the inside flap and brought the flap to it, if you're wondering about that. So now I'm going to do one more liner. I'm going to line this up completely on the bottom and on the left. Since I showed you what it looks like when you do the whole thing, since that paper is straight, I just really need to trace part of it to get a precise liner. So that cuts down a little bit on your work as well if you're using straight paper like that. So I've got my liner ready, this beautiful kind of pale pink that goes with this peach. And you can see it goes all the way to the bottom. And then I'm just going to fold it down. I'm not scoring it or anything. I'm just letting the paper kind of go where it needs to go. And then I will add some more adhesive like I did in the A2 size card. So really quick and easy, and I love it. I just wanted to share that. I was very excited when I saw those. I said, oh, I want to make a video and share this. I just thought it would be fun to let you know that they're out there if you're interested in making envelopes yourself. So to end this, I'm going to put some cards in there that I had in my craft stash to show you what it looks like. So I've got an A2 on the left, and then I have a slimline. I don't have, obviously, a card big enough to fill this envelope, but the slimline fits perfectly, which I think is 8.5. So it just fits beautifully for the slimline. But just to let you, I wanted to give you a reference of the size of how big they get. And then there's some smaller ones as well. But be sure to subscribe and like and share if you like this. I'm going to be making some more envelopes soon. So I hope you have a great day, and thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you.